How you doing? Well, this is a continuation. I wasn't planning to do it, but it's a continuation on the share that I got from Woodstream Church about the suffering. Like let our pain mean something. So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna finish it up on that subject. I was getting ready to take a break, and because I just did a YouTube, and I was getting ready to take a break, and then I read this one for this is in December that it's gonna air, and I was crying. I said, "Oh, I should do this. I'm really touched. This whole thing has touched me. I mean, it was written a while back, but from my minister and what he said, and then God putting it upon me to say what he had for me, and it just made me cry." But then I said, well, go ahead in there and do that, even though you weren't planning to, and get the red flowers because it's going to be Christmas by the time it'll be right before your birthday. Yeah. So it's called it's, remember we talked about let our pain mean something. So it's a continuation of that, and it's about how we react to our pain, and there has to be a reason for our pain and what's happening in our life, and realize and accept that we are distressed about it. We got to accept it and say, this is really something that all these things are going on. I'm very distressed about it. It's okay. You don't want to deny yourself your feelings, these problems, but then you got to tell yourself that God is in control. God is in control of everything. Proverbs 19-21 shares that, and Isaiah 46 um, 10 shares that. We must trust that we can find the joy in the day and don't give up. We can't give up because God is working for good. He always works for good, even though we might not see it, because things are going along and going along in his time, in his way, in his place. So we don't know what he's doing, but he's doing, but he's working. So we just can't give up on him, and we can't give up on the situation. We have to pray for God, loving God's direction, and his direction we know will be about what he's about, which is love, 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 love. That's what it'll be about. And so, everyday story for me, I was here the other day, and I'm always getting out and about trying to lift people up, but I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go out. I just said, oh man, if I hear one more thing. I heard a bunch of stuff about community schools not being funded, and then some people that were taken away from children, and their parents were separated, and the kids were put somewhere, and it was just getting me so upset, even though I'm talking to you and telling you not to. I wasn't doing anything crazy, but I was upset and distressed and depressed. I was sad, and I was having trouble getting through it, because it's okay to accept what's going on, but then you got to move past it and keep it moving. So I was having a little trouble keeping it moving because I was supposed to go out, and I didn't want to go because of my depression, and God said go. He said, go anyhow. And so I listened. So I went out, and interesting enough, I did go out. This is an everyday story. And I was able to get out into the town, and I was able to talk to some people that really needed to listen to the things I had to say about their troubles. Their things were worse than mine, and they got to be on the job. I'm retired. And so, I mean, they can't take a break, and they're really sad about what's going on, and they needed me to fill them up with all the things I've been telling you about. And they were feeling so good after we talked, because as I poured into them, I was pouring back into myself too. Because when you bless upon, you're blessed upon. It works both ways. And so then I went on to another location, and I was able to give out some healthy things to some healthy treats, drinks and waters and different things to some immigrants. And they were just like, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. I said, God has already blessed me, and I'm so glad that I can bless upon you. And so that was good. And so the thing is, when I got back in the car and I came home, I said, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for whispering in my ear and telling me to get out, because you knew there were some people that I could help. They were feeling worse than I was, and they needed lifting up. And now that I have lifted them up and spoke all these words from you and your scriptures, I am better myself. And so what a blessing to have you in my life, giving me all this boosting and direction and whispering in my ear and pushing me forward and telling me to keep going, because this is the gift you've given me, and I have to use my gift. I can if I'm tired, I can take a break, but if I'm really not, and I've slept and I've had food, I need to get out and try to lift somebody up. So tidbit number one, remember, things are going to change. Things are going to change. They're never going to stay the way they are. We got to find the joy in the day. There's always something to be joyful about. There is always something to celebrate. If it's the fact that we're alive, if it's the fact that we can breathe, that we awakened, there's always something. Tidbit number 2, help a poor person. Give them some water, anything you can do, any little thing to show an act of kindness as Jesus would. And tidbit number 3, give love to an immigrant. Everyday story for me, I took my neighbor's, I got his work shovel and I decorated it. I decorated his whole work shovel with positive things to uplift him, because I know he's going through a lot. And it was so uplifting for him to see his shovel looking so beautiful. I mean, he could use it for a decoration, but it has all those things to remind him of how great he is and how much I love him. And so that's just a small thing to do, to decorate somebody's work shovel. I mean, it could be that you put a note on their door that says, I love you. It could be anything, whatever God puts upon your heart. So we got to do more love. We have to do it. And through these unsettling times, we must, and make our pain count. That's what we shared about before, and we're talking about it again. We got to make our pain count for something. We got to work out. We got to eat healthy, because we can't help anybody if we can't help ourselves. And we got to keep our temple strong to help and lift other people up, because that's what it's all about. That's what we're here for. And as we bless, we are blessed upon. And that's how it works. It's a beautiful thing. So glad I got a chance to share with you. Take care till we talk again. Alrighty. Bye-bye.